Hello everyone and welcome back. So in this video I will show you how to play the Italian opening and how to win it in the simplest and coolest way. So yes, I'm here with you, Grandmaster Nitzan Steinberg, and let's see our game. I played 16 years ago, a very interesting and important game in the final of the Israeli championship for juniors against international master. Today he's international master and a very good friend, Omer Reshev. So this is the game, and let's see what happened and learn the Italian opening. So e4, e5, knight e3, knight c6. Of course we attack this pawn on e5, knight is defending it. So bishop c4, and now this is called Italian opening. We will learn now how to develop pieces, what is the plans, how to attack with both sides. So keep going. Bishop c5. So as you can see, we have here pawn and a bishop and a knight that all of them are attacking this square, the d4 square. It's very important to understand. In the opening, we would like to bring all the pieces into the center. For example, white maybe will have the possibility after c3 to playing the move d4. Of course, the pawn will guard, the knight will guard, and also the queen is doing great job to improving d4 and, of course, to bringing the possibility to develop the bishop from c1 to g5 to e3, something like this. So c3 is very important move in the Italian opening. We would like to bring our pawns into the center. So knight f6, black is developing a pawn and also attacking the pawn on e4, very important pawn in the center. So now we have two options. One of them is to play the move d3, and the idea is just to defend the pawn on e4, also to bring the possibility of the bishop to bring to g5, to e3, and also the knight maybe to come to d2. So d3 is one possibility. Another one is just to playing the move d4. And now we have a lot of theory you can learn by yourself, and also I will show you in the next videos. For example, d4, e takes d4. Now white has two options. One of them is just to take the pawn on d4, bishop b4 check, knight c3, also bishop d2 is possible, of course. And so after knight c3, for example, knight takes c4, castle, and now black can take the knight here with the knight, also with the bishop. So a lot of theory, of course, a lot of games were played, so you can learn it. It's really interesting. But I played in the game, okay, 1 second, in this position, yes, after e takes d4, another option for white is just to play the move e5, just, to come forward with a pawn from e4. So now d5 is the best move for black. Bishop b5, knight e4, c takes d4, and now also two options for black, also to play bishop b4 check and also bishop b6, and a lot of games, a lot of theory here. So yeah, it's really nice to understand and learn and see games here that you can learn from them. So that's it for this one, for the main line d4. But nowadays d3 is the best move maybe in the position, just to defend the pawn and slowly improving your positions and attack in the king side. So h6 was played by Omer in this position. I think the idea is just to prevent bishop g5 or knight g5, so it really makes sense. I think h6 a good move. Castle, and knight bd2. My move knight bd2 was just to develop a knight, wants to bring the knight from rook e1, knight f1, knight g3, and this is very important square for the knight. And yeah, I would like to improve my position, so knight bd2, developing a piece. So d5, a very active move by Omer Reshev. He wants just to open his bishop from c8, also to attack into the center. And yeah, it seems like Omer Reshev is doing great. E takes d5, take the pawn, knight takes d5, and now rook e1. My plan just was to develop the rook to e1, to attack the pawn on e5, very important pawn in the center, and also to provide the knight, the square on f1, to bring the knight to f1, g3, and maybe h5, maybe e4, maybe f5 in some ways. So let's see what happened. Bishop g4, another very active move by Omer, is telling, okay, you know what, I will pin you, I don't want you to take the pawn on e5, and I'm also developing a bishop. So I play the move h3. I'm asking Omer, you know, you will go bishop h5, or maybe you will take the knight on f3 and you will give me the two bishops. So he played the move bishop h5. I think it really makes sense for me. Knight e4 was played by me, and my point that I just wanted to take the bishop from c5, right? So this is the threat. Bishop b6. And now I would like you to think, you know, maybe you can think here for, you know, like 1 minute, 2 minutes. It will be awesome for you to think about some tactic, maybe some tactic. So you can stop the video, think like 1-2 minutes, and after it continue to see me. So bishop b6, and now white has a very strong move. Bishop to takes h6, taking the pawn. So what is the point? After g takes h6, bishop takes d5, and after queen takes d5, knight f6. It's a check. It's a who no. The queen is just gone, right? So knight f6. Yeah, it's a fork, and the queen is just over. King g7, knight takes d5, and white is just winning. So bishop takes h6 is a really nice tactic. And this is the strongest move in the position. For example, if I'm doing bishop takes d5 instead of taking immediately on h6, queen takes d5, and now bishop h6, now it's not good because of f5. Very strong move that attacking also this knight on e4, and also the bishop on h6, because after it knight f6 is not a threat because of the rook. So yeah, f5, and black is just winning. So bishop takes h6, but Omer didn't give up. He played the move f5. Very interesting move by Omer. He's telling me, you know what? I'm not afraid from you. I'm also attacking this bishop on h6, also attacking the knight on e4. So what you can do? I'm playing the move bishop to g5. Wants to take the queen on d8, attacking her. And for example, after the move queen d7, I think just queen b3. And you know, this diagonal is very complicated for black. So I think queen b3, also maybe knight takes e5 also working. You know, it's really nice move, right? Bishop takes d1, for example, knight takes d7. So many so many threats here. The bishop, the knight, the bishop, the rook. Yeah, so many things here. So it seems like it's winning, but after knight takes e5, queen takes h5. Oh, but now knight takes e4. Maybe it's not so simple, right? Take, bishop takes f2. Ooh, maybe it's not so good. So knight e5, you know, one option. But here, of course, knight g3 makes a lot of sense for me, and it should be very close to winning position. But Omer didn't play the move queen d7. He played also a very active move. Bishop takes f3. What a move. So now I have two options. First of all, I can take the queen on d8. Bishop takes d1, bishop takes d5 check, king h8. I think rook takes a d1, rook takes a d8, bishop takes c6, b takes c6, and now knight g5 or knight g3 maybe. I think it's really a good for white. One pawn up, and it should be a very big advantage. So bishop d8 is quite strong move, but don't forget that we just can take the bishop on f3. So now the point is f takes e4. What we can do now? So we are down a piece, right? We are down a knight, and the pawn on f2 is under attack. The queen also under attack in this file. So, and also don't forget the bishop on g5 is under attack. What we can do? Maybe we are already losing the position, but no. Don't forget, the king on g8 is not safe at all. And now we have a quiet move. Queen to g4. The point is, we are just wants to defend the bishop on g5, threatening the queen on d8, and the next move will be d takes e4. And this diagonal is very complicated for black. So let's see, queen d6. Just black is removing the threat from the queen. D takes e4, bishop takes f2 check, king h1, and now if black is taking the rook on e1, bishop takes d5, and now two options for black. For example, rook f7, just rook takes e1. The next move will be rook f1, queen h5, and it seems like this diagonal is very bad for black. So yeah, it's a one option. And after bishop takes d5, another option is just to playing the move king h8 or king h7, but it's really game over after queen h5 check, and the only move is queen h6 and bishop takes, and of course it's a game over. White is winning absolutely. So he played the move after king h1. He didn't take the rook on e1, and he played the move g6. The point is to bring the possibility to run away with the king to g7 after bishop takes d5. But now you can stop the video another time and think about very beautiful tactic here in this position. So now I'm telling you, so e takes d5, we're attacking with a pawn. We're not afraid that this bishop is closed for now, because maybe he will open again. So e takes d5, the point is that we are just wants to take the knight with the check, right, with the check. So the knight is under attack. For example, bishop takes c1 is a very bad move, because d takes c6 check, king g7, and just we can take the b7 pawn and after it to take on e1, but also in this position rook takes e1, and we have just two bishops for a rook, and you know it's a game over, right? The king is not safe on g7 and white is winning. So after e takes d5, he played the move knight a5. Very makes sense, because the knight is just moving from c6, moving from the threat, and also attacking the bishop on c4. And now a very beautiful tactic. You can find it, maybe. Just comment below what is the move here for white. So now I will tell you, bishop to e7. Unbelievable move, just attacking the queen on d6, attacking the rook on f8. But what is the point? What about queen takes? Queen takes e7 will follow by d6 check, and the queen is just removing from the board. White is winning, because after every move, knight takes e4, d takes e7, and white is winning. We up a queen, right? So queen e7 is not a move, and he played the move queen b6, d6 check, providing this diagonal for the king. Knight takes c4, and now we are not taking back this knight on c4. Another option, of course, it's also I think it's winning absolutely, but I play the move queen takes g6, because after the move d6 I just blocked this row from the queen, and I come with the queen to g6 with a check. So king h8, and now I play the move rook e4. Another very quiet move. You see, I just wanted to bring another piece into the attack. I want to play the move queen h6 check, king g8, rook g4 check, king f7, and queen to g6, coming back with a checkmate. So now black is playing the move knight to e3, is blocking me the opportunity to play rook g4 in the variation that I already showed you. So I play the move rook takes e5 with the threat of rook h5. It's a checkmate. So black is playing the move knight f5, bishop f6 check, rook takes, queen takes, king g8, rook takes f5, queen d6, queen f7 check, king h8, and now rook h5, and black resigned. So of course after queen h6, rook takes, and it's a checkmate. So this game was one game by the Italian Opening that I really recommend you to learn how to improve your position, how to develop your pieces into the attacking situation, the knight, the bishop from c4, and you see the black king is very not safe in this position. White is playing with all his pieces to attack and to have fun with the Italian Opening. So please comment below your think and your thought about this video, and why do you think that Italian Opening is a strong opening for white after e4, e5? Don't forget, subscribe my channel, like the videos, and tell me your thinkful ideas in the next videos. So thank you very much, and goodbye.